Hi there, welcome to our video on the incredible augmented reality pool system made by TouchMagix called MagixPool. In this video, I'm going to take you through everything you need to know, the hardware, the software, how it gets installed, how the warranty works, basically everything you need to know. So stick with us, we'll run you through everything. Okay, so let's run you through what it is. So the system itself is made by a company called TouchMagix. You might or might not have heard of them, but you might have seen that they did a bowling system for Brunswick called Spark. And that's where you've got projectors running down your bowling alley. And as you bowl the ball, you get a load of different graphics projected on the bowling alley, which then react to the ball rolling down there, which looks super cool. A lot of people have seen it and been blown away. So we've been working with the guys at TouchMagix for a number of years to bring this system to fruition. The way it works in terms of the actual hardware is hung from the ceiling is where everything lives. So up there you have a box which inside it has got a PC and a really high grade projector which projects the image down onto the pool table. The PC runs the software, it needs to connect to the internet, so you must have a wired Ethernet socket where you want this to be installed. If you don't have it already, which you probably don't, you'll need to get that installed by a third party for us to be able to hook the system up to it, because it also interacts with the QR code, which you'll see here, which is stuck on the table, which enables the user to scan that QR code and access the software control to select their games or select the effects that are in place on the table. In addition to the projector, the PC, the internet connection that's up there, is you've also got sensors, and those sensors sense where the ball is on the table. So, I mean, I'll roll this around now, but we'll show you some other sort of videos of it. You can see the graphics react to where the ball goes, and they move around, so the effects look super cool, but it also knows when you've potted a ball, and you'll get an effect coming from the pocket, or when you're playing a game, the system will know when you've managed to pot that ball and you've achieved the objective, and it will react accordingly in the gameplay. Okay, so let's talk about software. So currently on the system, because it's brand new, this is only just launched, we're filming this in middle of June, and we've got 7 effects that are working on the system, which look amazing. The system itself has already been launched in America. Dave & Buster's have about 30 units in their units across the States, and it's been incredibly well received. Customers absolutely love it because it really does, hopefully, as you can see, have that wow factor. Okay, let's have a look at these different effects just to give you an idea of how cool they look. There's 7 in all. I'll run you through the names of them as we just show you some video. So the first one we've got then is Ocean Odyssey. Okay, second up then is a space-inspired effect, which is called Interstellar. This is Pandora. Next, we've got Oil on Canvas. Next then is kind of steampunk inspired, I guess, which is called the Industrial Revolution. Okay, penultimate one for you then, and that's called Quicksilver. Our final one is called Garden of Zen. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those 7 effects and you've got an idea of how cool it actually looks. I think it looks stunning. In addition to that, we've got games on their way. So we've got a game in development which is called Killer, everybody knows how to play, you know, Killer in pool. We've got that coming, it's a multiplayer game, and that's due to arrive in the 4th quarter of 2024. So it's currently in development, we'll put it out for testing, and then it'll be available to be downloaded to your system. And that's the benefit of this system being connected to the internet, is that as soon as new software comes online, we can get it downloaded straight to your system. You don't have to mess about, do anything particularly complicated yourself to get it working on your system in your venue. So because we've just got effects available for the moment and no additional games, we are charging £995 plus VAT, so £9,995 plus VAT for the system as it stands, with the 7 effects running, and we're not charging any monthly subscription fee. Once the game, our first game comes online, then we'll start charging the subscription, which for the first year is £200 a month. So there's a benefit here of being the early adopter. So the subscription basically covers you for tech support over the phone if you've got any problems. You'll get all the patches, updates, software upgrades, anything new is included in that, and also any new games or effects as they come online, you'll be given those all straight away. And there's no additional fees, so we don't charge you anything for usage or number of games played or hours used or anything like that. It's a flat rate fee. So the more you use it, you don't have to pay anything more to us for it. It's a flat charge all the way through the period of the contract. So next thing is you need a pool table. So if you've already got a pool table, then that's great. The only thing you need to do with it is to make sure that you change the cloth color. Now, the system is designed to work with American pools, so that's 2¼ inch pools. And you're going to need to get your cloth to be an American cloth. So you're either going to pick from Hainsworth Elite Pro or a Simonis color of cloth. And we advise going for a light color, so a silver. So this is actually banker's grey. This is a little bit dark, to be honest. We've been testing different colors with it. We've actually found that camel, which is a Simonis color, actually does work really well with it, but just go for a light color. Probably a camely brown is the best one to choose. So let's talk more about the table itself then. So as I said, it's got to be an American table, but it can work with any size. So 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot table. What's important is you decide exactly where you want it to go, because you don't want to get it in the wrong place and have to move your table or move the projector. So there's a real bit of thought here needed to be done. And if you're buying the table from us, what we'll ask you to do is to have the projector installed first, get that all right, get it put in the right place, and then put the table in afterwards so that we can position it ideally right underneath that projector. If you already have a table you want to use, you'll need to get that moved out of the way so that the installers can get in to fit the system for you. Okay, so I guess that's got you thinking, what about installation, Andy? That sounds like that might be complicated. So the way that it works is you decide that you're interested in buying one of these systems. Speak to our sales guys, they'll give you all the advice and help that you need. At the point that you think you might want to go ahead, then we'll do a site survey with you, and the installers will basically do a video call with you, and you show them where you want it to go, what the ceiling is like, and they'll work out the level of complication. If it's a standard installation, which is a simple, straightforward ceiling like ours is here, and we've got a false ceiling, but we've been able to connect it to the metal rafters that are up there, then it's £500. If it's more complicated, you've got a high ceiling, maybe you've got loads of pipes, air conducts, wiring, difficulties, and a cherry picker is going to be needed to be brought in, then they'll give you a quote for what's involved. And it may well be that they end up advising you, saying, well, look, this place that you wanted it to go, you just can't get it in there, but if you were to kind of go there, you could get it there. And they'll consult with you and go through all of that and make sure you're entirely happy with what's involved, and then quote your price if anything extra is chargeable. Okay, so I guess that leads on to tech support. So how does the support work? How does the warranty work on the system? Well, if you get a problem with it at all, then there's a telephone helpline that you can basically call into, and they will then diagnose the fault. They will be able to dial into your system and work out what's not working. If there's a piece of software that's not working, they'll be able to basically fix that for you and get it up and running. If they diagnose that there's a fault with the hardware, then you'll need to get the system down and send it back to be repaired. Now, getting it down actually probably isn't as bad as it sounds, because there are chains which hang from the ceiling upon which it's hooked. So there's 4 hooks. You need to basically unhook it, unhook the mains lead, which is basically like a kettle plug that goes in the top of the unit, and then bring it down. So the only thing really is going to be getting a set of ladders to get up to where it is, and that can be the difficult bit. And that is the same really with installation, is if you've got a really high ceiling, you may all need a cherry picker or ladders or something to be able to get up there safely to retrieve the unit. So if you need our guys to turn out and come and take it down for you, we can do that, but that's not covered in the warranty. That will be chargeable. Okay, so I think that's covered all the key things you need to know. As I said, if you want some advice, have a chat to the commercial sales team. They're the experts on this. If you want to come down and have a look at the showroom, it is all set up here. You can come and have a look and see for yourself. There's nothing quite like seeing it in the flesh. And if you do go ahead and you want to order one, currently in terms of lead times, well, we actually hold them in stock at the moment. So as long as they're in stock, then it's pretty quick in terms of getting the site survey done. Then it's just a matter of getting it booked with the engineers to come and fit it up for you. And if we're installing a pool table, the lead time for whichever pool table you decide you'd like to go with it. So again, my team can advise you on that. So that's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you're impressed. I certainly am. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks a lot.